Hello and welcome to this how-to video. Today I will show you how to install Astrée on your Windows machine. If you are working on a Linux machine, please take a look at our video on how to install Astrée on a Linux machine, which is linked in the description. Once you receive the download link for Astrée, please download the software and execute the installer, for example by double-clicking on it. The installation window will open and guide you through the installation. Please accept the license agreement and click on Next. The next window shows you important information about Astrée and how you can contact us in case of problems installing or using the software. Click on Next and check whether the suggested installation folder suits you or whether you need to change it. If you need to change it, click on Browse and choose a suitable installation folder. Otherwise, go with the pre-selected path and click on Next. The next window shows you what will be installed on your machine. Astrée, the server controller and the Absinthe License Manager, as well as the Microsoft Visual C++ redistributable, which is needed for the usage of Astrée. There is also the possibility to choose Rule Checker instead of Astrée, which is the rule checking module of Astrée, but with Astrée's abstract interpretation engine deactivated. Standalone Rule Checker is a push-button solution to check coding guidelines like MISRA, CERT, CWE, and compute code metrics very quickly, for example during programming via our Visual Studio Code plugin. For the possibility to perform a sound semantic analysis, you will need to install Astrée. If you want to run, for example, the license server on a different host than the analysis server and client, you can also choose just the server, just the client, or just the Absinthe License Manager from the installer. Let me give you an example. You want to install the Absinthe License Manager on one machine and the analysis server and client on a different machine. Then choose Absinthe License Manager only from the components on the machine on which the License Manager should run and select Astrée, Server and Microsoft Visual C++ redistributable for Visual Studio on the machine on which the analyses should run. For Rule Checker, it is the same scenario. Just install Rule Checker, the analysis server, and the redistributable on the machine on which the analyses should be performed. You can also install the server on a different machine than the client and the license manager. Then you would choose the Absinthe License Manager only on the first machine, Astrée or Rule Checker and Server on the second machine, and only Astrée or Rule Checker on the third machine. I will install all three components on the same machine, so I keep the selected components as they are. Click on Next and choose a data directory by browsing for or creating a suitable folder. I went with the suggested DB and set it here. If necessary, you can always change the data directory later via server controller. As a data directory, you should, if possible, use a local directory and not a network drive to avoid network traffic due to client-server communication. In the next step, a Start menu folder is set to be created. You can change the folder here if necessary. I will go with the suggested folder and click on Next. As a last step, you can select what additional tasks should be performed. By default, Astrée will create desktop icons and update the system path to the new installation. You can also register the A3C C++ server as a service to be automatically launched with the system start. If you use microvision or target link, you can also install the toolboxes by checking the corresponding checkbox. The last view shows you an overview of your installation settings. Please check them. If everything looks good, click on Install and the installation of Astrée will start. If something needs to be changed, you can always go back to the corresponding view and adapt the settings. After the installation process has finished, you can decide to restart the computer now or later to complete the installation. I will restart now and show in a last step what icons will be linked on your machine. As you can see, after the installation, there is the A3C and C++ icon, which will start the Astrée client. The A3 stands for Absinthe Advanced Analyzer. Astrée is the Absinthe Advanced Analyzer for C or C++. But Absinthe also offers static analyzers to compute the worst-case stack usage and worst-case execution time bounds. The Astrée icon has the same functionality as the A3/C icon. It starts the client. The A3C and C++ server controller icon will start the analysis server interface, and with the Absinthe launcher, you can get an overview on all installed versions and open the client and server you need from there. There will be a separate video on how to find your host ID of the Absinthe license server and how to install your license there. If you want to get more information, please visit our website www.absinthe.com or write an email to info@absinthe.com.